episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook.
Yeah, it's a little rough going
It
since we
was
just got
rough.
back from Raleigh.
I
So,
know.
yeah, had a good evening last night. Checked out the Canes, beat the Canadians.
It was. It was
It
fantastic.
was a good time, man. I had an excellent time. Always a good time when we get to do that. So,
We need to let those guys know, hey, you're undefeated every time we come. So,
yeah, if you want to remain that way,
yeah,
just slang some tickets for games you need, like a big W, and show up,
that's it.
and you'll get the W. But, yeah, so we went up yesterday. Our buddy Chris went with us and uh, had some beers before the game.
We
checked
did.
out pharmacy beverage and bottle and something up there in Cary.
That was a cool little spot.
Yeah, grabbed a slice of pizza before we took off to the arena to watch the game. Took in the whole game. 4-1, right? Yeah.
4-1.
Yeah, so high scoring affair for the Canes.
It was.
Good time, man.
Little iffy at the very beginning.
Yeah, it was 1-1 early. Then,
Early.
Yeah, I mean,
2 goals in like the first 2 minutes or
yeah, it
something
was
like
quick. It was quick, yeah.
that. But looked like it was a little chippy too.
Yeah, they were getting in it early.
Yeah.
And then I think when the Canes started pulling away, they kind of, I guess the Canadians were a little defeated.
They were.
Yeah, so it was nice. It was a fun win to watch. And we checked out a place called The Local afterwards. Went and grabbed some sandwiches, some more beers. And then we took it to the hotel.
Yeah. We were in early, relatively speaking.
Yeah, it was midnight by the time we got there, or a little bit before midnight.
Yeah. I think it was like 11:30ish.
Yeah, we did well. It allows for us to still enjoy our Saturday and not be banged up. Chris was unfortunate in that case.
In that case, absolutely.
Yeah, he had to shake off the hangover this morning, but he survived. He made it through. A little of the Gatorade, Pedialyte, and some ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of bites of his potatoes and sausage for breakfast, and he took a little nap. He was good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, the breakfast hit me up. I liked
Yeah,
it.
the breakfast was good. I was happy with it. I love a free intercontinental breakfast.
Me too.
Can't go wrong, man.
I'm a big fan.
That's why I just love staying at that Hampton Inn every time.
Dude, it's good. It's
Yeah,
done us right.
Done us real well. They got a bar downstairs too, so sometimes we fit that bar before we go out, or like this time we went to a bottle shop down the road and checked it out. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So made some bets that didn't work out for us yesterday.
No. No.
Very unfortunate. I didn't even check my baseball. Should have probably done that.
I lost all of them.
You did. I
Yeah.
made 3 different parlays across 3 different sports.
Me too.
I lost. Kentucky didn't do me any favors in college basketball yesterday. Of course, I only got to watch from my phone periodically. But I took them to at least cover, and unfortunately, they just kind of got smacked the whole way.
It was a little, from what I saw on the highlights, it was a little rough.
Oh yeah, it was. They just a very lackluster performance from Kentucky yesterday. But beating the same team 3 times in a year is a very difficult thing. That was the one leg that hit me though. Auburn won, of course. Houston won.
Yep.
And Ole Miss covered. So I needed Kentucky to cover for that thing to hit, and unfortunately, they did not cover for me.
No, we are the masters of being short by 1 leg.
Yeah, I was short 1 leg. It was only a 2-leg parlay, but I took the Blue Jays, and I took the Mariners to beat the Athletics, and the Mariners got shut out by the Athletics.
I saw that.
Why? That's supposed to be the easy bet.
I know.
That's the leg I thought would hit.
White Sox. That's a good one to always bet against.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Although they won their first game too, so what the hell, man? And then I did miss 2 legs of my 4-leg parlay for that Canes game. I mean, Canes covered. Aho had a goal, but I had Shane to get an assist, who did not. That did not happen. And then, of course, it was 1-1 after the first, and I thought the Hurricanes would be up at after the first period. So that did not go well for me on the betting side of things yesterday. It was awful.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
Well, try again today.
I will.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will.
We got some games to talk about. So Sweet 16 kicked off on Friday night or Thursday night. Sorry. I watched a couple of those games. So, what was your favorite one to watch so far?
Man, I really like what I'm seeing from Duke right now. They are just playing outstanding right now.
They are. I mean, Arizona took them to the wire, though.
Yeah.
So.
They need tight. My brother, being a big Duke fan, kind of was letting me know everything about it. He's like, "Oh, did you know that Caleb Love played Duke like 10 times?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he was out Carolina for a few years."
Yeah, of course. Right.
And then he went to, attempted to go to Michigan, landed in Arizona, which he's played really well. He was Pac-12 Player of the Year last year.
Right. Yeah,
so.
he's done well for himself over there. But yeah, Duke eked that one out over Arizona, so they move on to play Alabama, who absolutely dismantled BYU. I was watching that game, and it just wasn't close for the most part. Bama got up over 10. I think they got up as much as I want to say it was 15, 16 at one point, and that's when I turned it. Of course, they finished by winning by a lot more. But yeah, they just dismantled BYU. Their offense, when it's clicking, Alabama's one of the best in the country. They
were clicking the other night.
Yeah, they absolutely
25 3-pointers.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were draining everything they put up. They were hot. They need that kind of performance to take down this Duke team, though.
They're going to need it.
Yeah,
they're going to need it.
But I could see this game being in the 90s at least, if not the hundreds. The way these two offenses play, and if they're both clicking, it'll be triple digits for both teams.
I believe the over/under for that game is like 176, 177, which is just a huge number.
Yeah, absolutely. But it makes sense.
It makes complete sense. I mean, you got two of the top offenses in the country.
Right.
Alabama, I believe, is number one, and Duke is 10th or 11th in offense.
Yeah, both teams defensively are usually pretty sound too. So,
yeah.
You'll see this one will be very interesting to watch this evening. That one's at 8:49. The other game tonight will be Florida and Texas Tech. Florida routed Maryland in the Sweet 16 matchup.
They did.
That they look like the best team in the country right now. Keep riding them. I mean, that's who we took to take this thing home this year, just because of how well that team is. Absolutely.
They are playing great at the right time.
Yeah, no, this is the time. If you want to be playing great, now is the time. So, yeah, Florida looks great. They had a little scare with that one dude. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about.
I do, and I'm having a brain fart.
Tall white dude.
Yep.
Condon.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy. They had a little scare in that game with him, but he came out. It was like in the 12-minute mark of the first half, and he didn't come back to the second half. But he came in and he's dominant still. So, exactly what you wanted to see. They will take on Texas Tech tonight at 6:09. That's the first game of this. And Texas Tech beat Arkansas, who kind of a little bit of a Cinderella story, is the 10 seed into the Sweet 16. They were the lowest rated team remaining, and they were knocked off, but in a very good game. But in typical Calipari fashion, I mean, they were up 16 at one point.
Yeah, choked it away. Yeah, he deflates the ball. He just slows it all down, and he forgets what got him, that lead. Yeah.
And instead of putting your foot on their throats and just ending it, you let them hang around and get back into the thing, and that's what happens in these types of matchups.
He tends to coach that way from time to time.
No, it's all the time. all the time. He just he just takes the air out of the ball and kind of slows the pace of the game down, and it's abysmal, really, to watch. And it's been more recently so than in the past, but he's I just don't think he's got it.
You think he just? I think he's still a good coach. I
Yeah, he's
just
just
don't
stubborn.
know
He's
if.
stubborn. He's stubborn.
Yeah,
A guy that used to be an innovator, right? And would change, his style of play to adapt to um, the type of game that it's played.
Yep.
He doesn't do that anymore.
Nope.
He's so stubborn that he thinks this dribble drive offense is the only way. They led the nation in 2-pointers taken it.
That's crazy.
That's not the game now.
No, no.
Game is threes and spreading the floor, and you're still trying to do this mess. And I mean, when you have talent, and he definitely has talent on
He's
that.
got
team.
talent, and he's going to get more.
Right? And he'll have talent, so it'll get you to places like this. But that offensive style is just archaic. He's great defensively. He will teach defense, and he preaches defense. And he's a phenomenal coach when it comes to defense. That's why Arkansas was one of the better teams in the nation defensively. But the offense, when it's not that, it's just an archaic offense. It's not gonna be successful in today's college basketball.
No. Nope. We kind of run the same risk because I see the same stuff. I see Hubert Davis doing a lot of the same stuff that past Carolina coaches have been doing. And it just drives me crazy.
Trying to do four corners and shit.
Oh, dude, how about just stop a run every now and then? Like, don't let your team just get beat up. Just stop. Timeout. That's all you got to do.
Oh, yeah, slow it down. Sometimes you need to.
Yes.
Especially, I mean, you got to stop the bleeding. When teams get out and get on runs, you've got to use those timeouts to kind of regroup and change up the game plan.
You do. I mean, you have to be able to adapt to what's going on at that moment.
Right.
And it doesn't happen.
Yeah. So with the scare, Texas Tech still ekes that one out. They go on, and so you have Florida and Texas Tech. You look at Texas Tech's road. They played all low seeds to get to this point, right? They played UNCW, who was a 14th seed.
Yep.
They played Drake, the 11th seed.
Yep.
And then they got Arkansas, 10th seed. So this would be quite a different matchup for them. And I just don't think they have the horses to compete with Florida.
I can't believe the spread's only 6.5.
Yeah, I'm liking Florida to cover.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
The first matchup on Sunday is going to be Houston and Tennessee. That's the 1-2 seed over there. That part of the bracket. Houston went down to the wire with Purdue. Eked out a win there to move forward with a phenomenal play.
It was a phenomenal play, horrible defensive play.
Well, you got to guard the guy
inbounding the ball.
You got to guard that guy. And for whatever reason, just they wanted to use the extra defender, but that'll bite you in the ass.
It bit him.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to Kentucky in '92. I remember. Nobody was on Grant Hill throwing that deep pass.
Nope.
And he probably doesn't hit the home run like that.
If it's got somebody in his face.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I agree. Granted, you have an extra defender on 4 guys down the floor. Like I hate that shot so much. What am I talking about? I brought it up too. Fuck.
I know. And it got you all worked up.
Oh, it does. Every time. I got to see it every fucking March.
You do. They show it like 15 times during the tournament.
At least. It's just, I've had to relive it ever since that day.
Well, I mean, it's that shot and the UConn that beat Clemson with that corner 3 with time expiring.
I think that might be one. And then, of course, you have to relive the Villanova buzzer beater for a fucking national title.
That's the one that hurts because no one guarded him.
No.
There was nobody within 5-6 feet of him.
Yeah.
And you just let him come right down and shoot. It's like, come on. You got to be up on him.
Yeah, at that moment. You definitely do. And that's just man, that's got to be a tough one to swallow too, especially for the stakes
Yes.
in that particular
Yes.
matchup, right? And oh, yeah, that's got to be a rough swallow.
Uh,
Um,
if I get to those 3 plays, I know I will see every March Madness.
yeah, you'll probably see this Houston play for a while now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's very well designed.
Houston scares me a little bit right now.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to compete with this Tennessee team.
What's sad is I see this because both teams are great defenders.
Yes.
I see this being a very low scoring game,
Yeah, I mean it certainly can be.
like in the 60s. A race to 60 wins this game.
I think you might be right. Yeah,
Over and under is 123 and a half.
it's a hell of a lot different than the Duke Bama game.
Yeah, 173 and a half. Florida Texas Tech is 157 and a half.
So yeah, you very well may be right. The first one to 60, and this one is probably going to be the one that takes it home.
Yeah.
I like that concept there.
You need this Houston. You need the Houston win.
Oh, absolutely. I'm pulling for Houston.
Oh, I know you are.
I don't think Houston's going to come through here.
I don't either.
But yeah, here's Tennessee. Houston's a 2.5 point favorite right now, which is weird to me.
I'm taking Tennessee plus 2.5 all day on it.
Yeah, I'm not. I want Tennessee to lose. I'm just going to take Houston money line just because that's what I want to happen. But yeah, Tennessee moves forward. Of course, they beat Kentucky last night in a game that they really didn't have to sweat through.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee they hit the ground running in this game and ran Kentucky off the floor at by halftime, and they were able to just kind of coast to the win based upon everything they did. Just Kentucky was unable to close the gap with them, and just wasn't really able to make it a game.
Yeah,
the guys didn't appear to be ready for it, which is kind of strange. You just figure with the amount of leadership and veterans on that team that you get something better, and you would figure you have a little bit of like confidence in this game because you beat this team twice already, so you know you could do it.
Yep, I don't know where it fell apart. You know, that game was on while we were
so
at
I was
the
just
game,
peeking at it periodically, but it just wasn't a game enough to keep me interested after halftime. So I kept peering back at it, and it kept getting lit down every time I looked back at the game, and just unfortunate events for him. But yeah, I mean for Mark Pope.
Great year.
Great first year. Everything that he did to put this team together in such a short period of time and make it to the Sweet 16. Phenomenal work out of Mark Pope. I can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah, he did. He done a fantastic coaching job this year.
Yeah.
For first year on the job. I mean, he did a good job at BYU last year, so it doesn't surprise me.
No.
I say it doesn't surprise me. It was a little surprising because I didn't expect that good that quick.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that they could still be decent.
Oh,
I
no.
thought they were still a tournament team.
I thought this would have been a down year where we were an 8 seed. Yeah. I really figured, I mean, we did lose 12 games all year, but to have a winning record in the SEC for as strong as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot. And I couldn't be more proud of this team and what they've done this year. So phenomenal work out of those guys. Much appreciated. Just an awesome year. And the final matchup in the Elite Eight is going to be Auburn against Michigan State. That'll be Sunday evening at 5. Auburn took down Michigan fairly easily. It was close early, and they finally started pulling away.
Yeah, they pulled out.
And again, Auburn looks like on any given day they could be the best team in the nation too.
They have that ability, and then you see, you'll see games where it's just like,
yeah, you're shocked at the performance.
Yes, you're
curious as to what's happened.
Like, what is going on?
Hmm.
Like, this is not your normal team, Bruce. You know? And it just, like, what happens? I mean, the Alabama game at the end of the year was just insane.
Yeah,
But I still like Auburn in this matchup.
I think I do too. Michigan State took down Ole Miss.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, which is actually replaying right now on our TV.
Yep.
But yeah, Michigan State was our pick here too.
Yep.
And here they are.
A lot of chalk.
A lot of chalk in this tournament. You got 1-2 matchup, 1-2 matchup, 1-2 matchup, 1-3 matchup. So a lot of chalk here. And, we discussed it this morning, and there's a lot to be said for what you said was NIL is going to kind of create this.
Yeah.
And, I haven't really dove into it the way you had like that, and it makes a ton of sense. You're talking about these smaller schools. They're just not going to be able to afford the guys like the bigger schools can. And they're going to hop ship, man. And what was it? Florida Atlantic you were talking about. That team last year.
4 of their 5 starters were playing in the Sweet 16 for other teams.
Yeah. That says a lot for them.
We also looking, I think I saw 1,700 players are in the portal right now.
17. See, that does need to calm down.
That 100%.
Yeah, and I mean we've discussed it before. There's ways to do this, right?
There is
contracts,
caps,
and caps, salary cap, right? That will control everybody bouncing from school to school to school. And we saw it in football, right? And so we're seeing it now in college basketball as well. Team goes for 1 year and then hit the transfer portal again. Let's see how much more money I can get somewhere else. And
Carolina's feeling it. Elliot Cadeau jumped in the portal.
Yeah, it's tough, man. You just don't want to. You want to grow with these guys, like you want to see their development and their progress, and you want to see it done with your team. You don't want to follow them elsewhere.
Nope.
You want to watch them grow up in your program, and you want to root for them for 3 or 4 years.
Yep. There was only one team in the Sweet 16 that had all 5 starters that started at that program. One.
The BYU?
Nope. Purdue.
That makes sense.
Purdue was one. There were 2 teams that had 4 starters that started with them, and it was Duke and Houston.
Ah.
But, I mean, you got to think most of Duke stuff are freshmen. So
yes, exactly. They're a very young team. Yeah, I think that's a huge advantage for Alabama. I'm going to take Bama in that matchup. That's what I think is going to go through. I know we put Duke in our Final Four, but watching both teams and just seeing the types of performance that Bama's put together here recently, especially their most recent one against BYU, this team is.
They come out shooting like that. It's
going to be tough to beat them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a fan of Bama against Houston in the Final Four, just because fuck Tennessee. Florida and Auburn. And yeah, that would put 3 teams in the Final Four from the SEC. So do you want to say?
Because I still don't think it's going to end up being 3. I think Florida goes. I still like Tennessee to go.
Rick Barnes is a choke artist.
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
He's a choke artist.
We will find out tomorrow.
All right, we will find out.
That's what I'm saying. We'll find out tomorrow.
That'll be fucking chokes.
I still kind of like Duke against Alabama.
That one's a toss-up. I'm simply picking Alabama based upon the leadership they have on that team, the experience they have on the team, and it just in comparison to Duke's inexperience here.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
So
absolutely. I get where you're coming from.
That's where I'm going with. That's why I want to go with Bama. Does not mean Duke can't overcome this and beat them, because they absolutely have all the talent in the world to do so.
Well, my issue with Alabama in that game is you don't have 2 games in a row like that.
No, usually you don't. You
usually have that game, and then you have like the game
falls
where
off.
That's it.
You shot your wad here, buddy, and now it's like, oh god.
Yep, that's kind of what I feel.
Yeah, and that it very well could be, and Duke could run them out of the gym too, especially if they run cold. I don't think they're going to run incredibly cold, but they
No.
probably won't run nearly as hot as they did against BYU. But that's one game on that floor. They could play. They get to play Duke here on the same floor again. It just could be a rhythm they could ride through.
It could be.
I don't like Duke, so I'm just gonna pick Bama anyway.
I know that. I'm not a Duke fan either, but
I would love for an all SEC Final Four, but fuck Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. Fuck Rick Barnes.
I know. We've had many Rick Barnes arguments. I still think he's a good coach. He's got a lot of wins.
One Final Four in his entire career. One.
Okay. I mean, Mark Hughes only got what, 2?
That's more.
I mean, that's
twice as much as Rick Barnes.
Yeah, but they're still both good coaches. Just because they haven't won it.
I'm not saying he's not a good coach.
That's what he's missing in his resume.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
He'll get there. They put a lot of guys in that basketball Hall of Fame.
I know. I mean, in my Hall of Fame. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's just not. He hasn't done it.
I mean, I believe Rick Majerus is in the Hall of Fame, too.
He made the Final Four twice.
With Utah.
And he made a final. So, I mean, these resumes you point out, all better than Rick Barnes.
Just slightly.
Still better than Rick Barnes.
Rick Barnes will get there, man. He'll get there.
Man, just because he went to Carolina does not mean you have to be this.
He's not a Carolina guy.
Didn't he go to Carolina?
Nope. He started coaching at Clemson.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. But I thought he went to Carolina.
Nope. He's not a Carolina.
Is he from North Carolina, though?
Yeah, he's from like High Point or
somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he went to some small school.
Hmm.
I'm looking it up right now. I want to know.
Okay.
Can't remember. I do know he's from like High Point.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're going to get a matchup of Auburn and Florida likely. I do like Michigan State, though.
He was born in Hickory.
North Carolina.
And he went to Lenore Ryan.
That's in Hickory. Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
His actual first head coaching job was at George Mason. And then he was a head coach at Providence for a couple of years.
Huh.
I did not know the Providence stuff. I should have remembered that.
Providence to Clemson
To
to Texas,
Tennessee. Yep.
All right.
And the crazy part is, how many coaches has Texas had since he left? They're going on number 3 or 4.
Yeah. All right. So what's your Final Four? What do you got? Because I'm changing my pick from Michigan State. I'm going to say Auburn. I'm going to go Auburn, Florida, Houston, Alabama.
I'm going to stick with my Final Four that I picked on my bracket. I've got Michigan State, Tennessee, Duke, Florida. That's what I got. But at the same time, that Alabama-Duke game, it's going to be a banger.
It's going to be so good.
I
am tuned in tonight, buddy.
I like all the matchups except for the Florida-Texas Tech. Like if I think one's going to get out of hand, that's going to be the one.
I think that's the one that gets out of hand.
And if it gets out of hand the other way, holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
Then, all right.
That'd be shocking. It would
Yeah.
be very shocking. Michigan State is going to battle this. Auburn's a 4.5-point favorite. I'm taking Michigan State to cover, definitely. I think defensively they're going to be able to kind of slow them down and be able to kind of keep it a much lower scoring affair. It's what Izzo knows. It's what he does well.
I mean, Izzo is probably the best coach left, I feel, in this group.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely the longest tenured.
The most experienced.
Yeah.
On the big stage.
100%.
So he knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
He adapts well. He makes adjustments on the fly very well.
He's done a great job with this team all year, too.
Yeah. I mean, this team wasn't even preseason ranked.
Yeah. And they finished with a 2 seed.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's done a fantastic job, which I still don't know how you doubt Tom Izzo ever.
Yeah, you can't. You just can't. He's good.
Yeah. I'm just really surprised that he stayed at Michigan State this long.
Well,
Like, I mean, he built that program. I mean,
oh,
I know Magic was there in the late 70s and stuff, but like what he's done there, it's just been fantastic.
no, he's been a Hall of Fame coach.
I mean, how you get teams to, hey man, come up here and play in the cold?
Yeah, I think the matchup between Broom and Kohler in that matchup's going to be interesting. Yeah, you got likely the player of the year, runner up in Johnny Broom,
Yeah.
and Kohler, great defender, and the battle for the rebounds there is going to be fun.
I'm going to go out and say whoever wins the rebounding battle wins this game.
I agree. Yeah, especially offensive boards, getting second chance points. That's going to be huge, especially in something that could be a lower scoring affair.
Yeah.
Back to the Florida Texas Tech game. I think Florida's going to run, and they might run Texas Tech out of the gym.
Yeah, Texas
6.5 point favorite. Florida, they might cover, like you mentioned earlier. It seems interesting.
I like them to cover.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to be throwing my money on.
I'm just shocked that Duke's a 7.5 point favorite over Alabama.
Are they 7.5 points?
Yeah,
I'm not buying that 7.5. Yeah, I got 6.5 on FanDuel.
you got 7.5 on ESPN. So I'm taking Bama to cover.
I will take Bama in the plus 6.5.
Yeah,
I mean, I still like Duke to win, but Bama plus 6.5.
You want to Elite Eight? You want to bet today? You take Bama to cover. You take Michigan State to cover.
Yeah.
Take Florida to cover. And you take Tennessee to cover.
Yeah. I mean, Tennessee plus 2.5.
Yeah, against Houston.
I mean, you got essentially two top 5 teams.
Exactly. Yeah, plus 2.5. Nah, like I said, take them to cover.
Yep,
I agree. So I think that is the Jabbo fucking parlay of the day.
Yeah,
of the week, right there. Let's make some money on that one.
You really want to go crazy on it? You take that under.
The Duke and Alabama?
No, the Tennessee Houston game.
Oh yeah. What's the over under on it?
That's the one that's 123.5.
Yeah. Hey, you want to throw the fifth leg in there? You got the option.
You know me.
You're all about the fifth option. I hear you.
I always throw something extra in there, and that's the one that usually hits, and one that I thought was absolute lock is the one that misses.
Yeah. You still riding Florida to win it all?
Right now, I know in the Jabbo one, we took Florida.
Yep.
I still think it's going to be Florida and Duke in the final.
Very well could be. I mean, it's they're both very talented.
Or did they meet, and would they meet in the Final Four?
No, they'd meet in the final.
Yeah. I like that as the final. Every team that's in here has the capability to win it. I think Texas Tech by far is number 8 on this list.
Yeah, absolutely.
But 1 through 7 can win it, and it wouldn't surprise me.
None of them would surprise me.
None.
Texas Tech would be the surprise.
That would be. And they're a 3 seed.
Exactly. No, but any of these other teams that remain, it's up for grabs. Absolutely.
All of them are capable of winning it. And I mean, they're just good. Good. And we're not talking like, usually in years past, you've got, in all reality, you've got 4 or 5 teams that you can say it's probably going to come out of that group.
Yes.
This year it started off very wide.
Yeah, and
anybody in the top 15 could have won.
Yeah, and it's remained pretty wide.
Yes.
And so now it's shrinking.
Yep.
And we're down to 7. And there's 7 teams that could really win this thing.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, Texas Tech fans, but
no,
I don't think.
I think if they looked at it, their heart of hearts too, they know They know this is not necessarily a Cinderella ride because you're a 3 seed, but you just know.
You are the least talented out of all
Yeah.
8 of out of
And
all these schools.
the team has grit though. They get at it and
They are gritty.
get a win.
They are
But-
gritty. They play tough defense.
Yes.
I mean, if they can find a way to slow Florida down,
Yeah, I mean, if you do that, I mean, you could be in it and you can find your way to the Final Four. I just don't. I don't see it.
I don't see it, but that's what it's going to take.
It absolutely will.
You're gonna have to hold-
you're gonna have to make them take poor shots. You're gonna have to turn them over. You're gonna have to slow them down.
You're
I
gonna-
mean, you're asking a whole lot to beat this Florida team, and there's a lot that has to happen for you to do so. So that's why it would be a Cinderella win
You have to keep
because
Florida in.
that's just.
I think you have to keep Florida in the 60s.
I
to
think,
win.
keep them in the 60s, very low 70s possible.
Yep.
But you're gonna have to. They're gonna have to shoot well. They're gonna have to execute on offense as well. We could talk all this shit about defense, but if you're not executing and putting points on the board, you're not gonna have any opportunity in this game.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, so I'm still riding with Florida. You gonna ride with Florida all the way? Or you're gonna switch over to Duke
Well,
as you wear a fucking Carolina hat.
I know.
I'm
It hurt-
sitting here telling you, it's on my sleeve. It's everywhere. Fuck Tennessee.
I know. It hurts my feelings when I pick Duke. Believe me.
I wouldn't. Just say, fuck it. That's why I'm picking Bama. Let's go. Just say it. Just say fuck Duke. That's what you want to say.
I say fuck Duke all the time, but I feel like they're gonna like.
No, they're talented. They're talented. I
They're
mean,
good.
I know you're giving them credit, right?
Yes.
And that's fine. I understand. But at the same time, this is a podcast, man.
I know.
Just say it.
I know. I say.
I
fuck
tell
Duke all the
everybody
time.
who I hate. I'm wide open about that.
I mean, you really wanted who I really want to win.
Don't say Tennessee.
Oh, that's who I want to win.
Oh, you just want to piss me off.
I just want to poke
God
the bear.
damn.
I just want to poke the bear.
No shit. That's exactly what you want to do. I would be miserable if Tennessee won this thing.
You would be miserable in multiple directions, and then you'd be like, well, we won a Super Bowl, and I was fantasy football champ.
It's fucking champs, baby. I'm riding this for a solid year too.
As you should.
I'm
As you
still
should, sir.
really up here.
As
Hasn't
you
even
should.
come down. Still high on that.
As you should, sir. I would be.
All right. We were going to make this one kind of short anyway, so we'll dig into a couple of things. Surprisingly, the Grizzlies, the number 4 seed in the West in the NBA, fired their coach.
I don't understand. I
Yeah.
think there's more to it.
But see, apparently there was no player input on this call to fire Jenkins either.
Really?
Yeah. They didn't get any player input on this. So it makes me lead like the top brass and him were butting heads.
There was something somewhere.
happened, or maybe fuck somebody's wife or something.
That's what I'm wondering.
I'm thinking.
I'm wondering if something shady happened because I actually saw an Instagram reel today talking about this,
Doesn't
and
make
their
sense.
press release was literally looked like a very tiny paragraph,
Yeah.
and that was it. There was no thanking him for everything he had done for the franchise, which he had done a pretty good job.
A 4 seed.
Yes,
We start the playoffs in 2 weeks.
I know.
You don't fire the 4 seed in the West, the tougher of the 2 fucking conferences,
absolutely.
that's playing as a 4 seed. You don't fire this guy.
Nope.
There's something that happened.
There's something.
And they're
happened.
not releasing it.
Nope.
It'll
Coming out. It'll come out in the next couple of days.
Someone knows.
Somebody knows something, and
And
somebody's
someone
going
will
to
be
leak
like, "You want to know what happened? This is
it.
what
This is
happened.
why we fired him. This is why he got fired.
This is why they have TMZ Sports.
Come on,
Someone's-
TMZ. I need you to get on.
Someone's finding this out.
Absolutely.
Probably fuck somebody's wife.
That would get you fired. That would get you fired in a heartbeat.
You think she's funny?
I remember that.
It's
I
not
remember
happening.
having that discussion.
No, it won't happen. Not happen. Not even bringing that.
That would be so good.
Nope.
So good.
You want to talk about a guy leaving his house and going to the bar as fast as possible?
Yeah. just relax.
Nope.
Relax, sir.
Nope.
Relax.
Not happening. Baseball season started.
It did?
I still don't get this, and I talked to you about it yesterday too. Why is it we have opening day, and then they get the next day off?
I know. I don't know why
I
every
guess 'cause they
team
wanna
doesn't
sp-
play on opening day.
Right. And well, there used to be the tradition that the Reds played the very first game every year. Being the oldest team in baseball, the Reds would play the first game.
Yep.
That's not even the case anymore. Like, why are we getting rid of some good traditions in baseball?
Baseball's changing.
Yeah.
They're attempting to change. They're trying to make changes
these
in the
are
betterment
these
of
are
the game.
traditions that don't hurt the viewership of baseball. Right?
No.
And I mean, I'm fully bought back in, but that's just me. And I know trying to get the younger viewers and other viewers that they may have lost from the past has been more of a difficult task for them. So they've attempted to speed up games, which I've never had a problem with the speed of the game. But I guess there's other people that do. I was a fan of a 3.5 hour ball game. It did not bother me.
Yeah.
Now when you're there live, now I get it because we were there in June last year and it was brutally hot. I mean, we were in Philly and sitting directly in the sun, and it was brutally hot. I mean, fucking ball sweat, everything. It was awful. And but I still enjoyed my time. Now the kids definitely didn't because of how hot it was.
Oh yeah.
So
That's not what you want to be
felt
driving.
bad. I felt bad for them, but it's just that I get shortening the game for the live viewership. But from the viewership from home standpoint, I just don't understand. It's never really bothered me.
Well, I had issues with baseball. I thought pace of play was a little slow.
I mean, pitchers would take there's a lot of
sweet
pitchers
ass
out there. They would
time.
take their sweet ass time. They check, and then the amount of times you can throw it. They've made good changes, right?
Yeah.
I like the 2 attempts to catch a guy stealing or catch a guy out the bag.
Yep.
I'm cool with that. Like, that's a good implemented change. The pitch clock, it's a little excessive in my opinion, but it's here and it's going to be here. And it benefits both ways too, right? If the batter's not ready, it's still,
it's still coming.
Yeah, he's still taking a strike for it. So it'll happen either way, right?
Yeah, I mean, because we've seen batters play in that game where they're stepping off the bat.
Well, I mean,
stepping out of the box.
they get penalized for it.
Yep.
If they're not in the box by the pitch clock, then they're penalized.
Yep.
So you get a warning first, and I think the next time's a strike. But so they are making some good changes. The pace of play, like I said, though, and I might be the minority in all this. Maybe it was an issue. I just never had an issue with the length of a baseball game.
I like the change in the pace of play.
No, sure. I mean, speed it up a little bit. It doesn't need to be longer than a football game because you don't have like the
Constant action.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, and it's boring for someone that doesn't love the game.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
You have to love baseball. You have to love the players. You have to be involved in order for that to be. I absolutely love the Phillies. I love all the players. I feel like I've built a relationship there. Within myself with these guys. So I know them, I love them, and I want them all to succeed. So, but I will also curse them.
Oh yeah,
constantly.
I've been here. I've seen you do it.
Yeah, I do it.
Seen you do it.
I mean, 2 years ago I cursed Castellanos for how bad he played in the playoffs, and last year I praised him because he was the only one that played well in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a love-hate relationship.
I'm not where baseball and all kind of lost me is I don't think there's a lot of parity. I think you've got teams that spend a lot of money. My team does it very well.
My team does too. I
And,
mean,
like-
that's the thing though. You're talking big markets. The problem with it though is what the Dodgers are.
Yes.
That's my problem. See, the Phillies aren't doing these deferred contracts, neither are the Mets.
Nope, they pay it. They pay it up.
And that's what needs to be done, except Bobby Bonilla.
Except by Bobby Bonilla.
But I mean, the Reds are still paying Ken Griffey Jr. and more so than Bobby Bonilla. That people don't realize this.
The Reds.
Everybody wants to bring up Bobby Bonilla's contract, and the thing is, Bobby Bonilla is going to be a thing of the past as soon as Ohtani retires.
Yeah.
Ohtani's going to get paid for years, and he's going to get just astronomical amount of money every year. And you're banking on baseball succeeding, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what the Dodgers are doing. We're deferring all these payments, and we're going to hope that there's never a salary cap. We remain on this playing form.
Oh,
And,
the Dodgers would definitely
and
be
our television market share,
goes up.
the amount of money keeps going up and up and up. But here's the thing: how much is it going to go up that you're deferring this amount of money,
They
almost
got-
$1 billion,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you think this is going to be affordable, and then you're going to be able to sustain the franchise in 15 years?
Oh, you're also looking at, I hate to say this, you're looking at an LA market who people out there just think weird anyway.
Well, it's California, so
Yeah. I mean, it's just like,
should be its own country. But
I mean, they're one big earthquake away from like
being on an
Bakersfield
island.
being oceanfront.
Yes.
So it's just, I don't know. But the Ken Griffey thing, I believe he is still the 8th highest paid player on the Reds.
On the Reds, yes.
Something like that. 7th or 8th highest paid, which is just insane.
Bobby Bonilla kind of was the first contract like this.
To do that.
He's a very smart, very financially sound guy. Obviously, Bobby Bonilla is.
Well, he gets $500,000 from somebody else too.
Yeah, and he's not. He's definitely not Doc Gooden or Darryl Strawberry.
No.
This guy was smart.
Yes, he was. Yes, he
Eric
was.
Davis.
Eric. Well, I mean, you could look point, and there's a lot of professional athletes that go broke.
Yes.
A lot.
Oh no, I mean
more go broke than stay rich.
Antoine Walker in basketball was one of them.
A lot of them. Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp just had too many kids.
Gonna be Tyreek Hill.
I know his child support payments are ridiculous.
Tyreek better be making all the money he can now because he gonna be broke. The sad part is child support is based on your income.
Yeah,
that was Matt Leiner's problem. Matt Leiner had a kid.
Yeah.
And Leiner was one of the last group of guys that got those
the Sam Bradford
big
deal.
rookie contracts and stuff. So at one point in time, his child support payment as a rookie in the NFL was still like $25,000 a month or something like that. And I'm just like,
what do you do? It's $25,000 a month.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And what's sad is you get those people because it's all based on your income, and in California it's even they go like way overboard.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
they're gonna go overboard. That's kind of the problem with it.
But yeah, man, couldn't imagine paying. I mean, what is Tyreek Hill paying child support? I mean, he had 5 kids last year.
I know.
I mean, that's crazy.
Let's see if it would give us an estimate. How much is Tyreek paying in child support? One of his kids gets $10,000 a month.
Okay.
That's just one.
That's just one. So we'll just say on average, if all of them getting 10,000. Taking pros pull up.
And there's $14,000 a month for another one.
Okay. We're at roughly 25 right now.
They had another one that was only getting $2,500 a month.
What'd that mama do? She ain't doing something right.
Right. So I think in all,
got to be close to $40,000 a month, $50,000.
Yeah, I think.
Because he's still with one of them.
Here's someone estimates he spends $702,000 a year in child.
That's crazy. That's insane.
$702,000 a year in child support.
Come on, bro. You could be wrapping it with a colored and flavored condom.
Flavored condom. What is there a more useless?
I don't know, dude. That was just I still don't know. I'm sorry that I even know that now.
Thank you, gas station.
I know.
Condom dispenser.
Why are you gonna put that right over the urinal? That's what I was reading.
I mean, that's what you're gonna read.
Yeah.
That's why they put advertisements over the urinal. You start looking at it, like, oh.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. But man, I did not know those colored ones were flavored till today.
What's the point of a flavored condom?
I don't get it. If somebody could let us know what the point of a flavored condom
Yeah, hit us in
is.
the chat or hit us up on the website or something. Like, tell me, what is the point of that?
Like, it just seems like a waste.
Exactly.
Just a waste.
Doesn't make sense to me. Oh, well.
I don't know whose idea it was.
Strawberry flavored condom.
Yeah.
Got the new idea. Here I am at Trojan. Like, hey, this guy, new ideas. Let's go.
How come these things don't have flavors?
Yeah, we should have flavors on our condoms, obviously.
Because, a lot of people are sticking those in their mouth. Weird.
That's super safe sex.
Ooh.
You gotta wear a condom for a blowjob. I mean,
Man. Lord. Got so many things I can say about that. And they're all not PG. Hell, they're all not even R. Lord.
ah, jeez.
Man, how we digress sometimes.
I mean, it was a funny discovery by you today.
It was. I was today years old.
Today years old, but I realized they make flavored condoms. So you're like, what's the black flavor?
Is it licorice?
Oh, God. Oh. Dude.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. That's probably the perfect place to end this episode.
Let's just end it.
Yeah, we'll end it. We got more sports coming at you next week. We appreciate all of you. We hit no advertisements today.
Nah.
That's fine. We'll cover them right now for you, though. Our sponsorships are across 3 companies. Big Fork Brands is one of them.
Yep.
They make bacon sausage, and they also do hot dog sauce, which is cool. All based out of Chicago. BigForkBrands.com. Check them out. We have Old Glory for all your latest sports gear. They also have a bunch of stuff from music, movies, entertainment, and things like that.
I believe 300,000 items or something.
Yeah, 300,000 items in the read. It's in the read. You can get that from oldglory.com.
Yep.
And then we also have Good Feels. Getgoodfeels.com. That's your cannabis seltzer. When you need good feels, you go there, swoop them, and they're going to relax you, make you feel good, get you settled in the couch, and watch all these games tonight.
It will.
Because that's what we're doing.
That's the plan.
Yes, sir. Well, it's been an episode. Go Canes. They definitely tore it up last night.
Yep. Thank you, Canes.
Yes, 100%. So it's been an episode.
Yes, sir.
We ran through this one under an hour. That's got to be a record. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And whatever you do, don't get any flavor condoms.
Yep. That's it.
See ya.